Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for The Tomorrow People, Season 1, Episode 1, called The Pilot. So yeah, this is part of a Mel Wednesday. Arrow is on 8 o'clock to 9, and 9 o'clock to 10 is The Tomorrow People. Honestly, even if this wasn't part of the Wednesday thing, I probably would watch it, just because it is the creative team of Arrow and the creative team of Vampire Diaries, two of my favorite shows. So I was very excited for it. You know, it seemed like a really cool cast. It seemed like a good premise. It seemed interesting. So let's see if it was a good show. So in this episode, we get to learn our main character, Steven. Everyone thinks he's crazy, but really he has these superpowers. And he's kind of like a mutant, I guess. I mean, they don't really call them mutants, but they have a genetic anomaly going on for them. So they could transport, they have telepathic powers, they have telekinesis, they have all these things. It's Steven's special because his father was like this head guy of the Tomorrow People, which are these mutation type people. So Steven thought his father was just a deadbeat dad, but he finds out a little bit more about his father. But is his father dead or isn't he? That's kind of a mystery we will find out throughout the season. So the antagonists in this are these people that don't want the Tomorrow People exist. They're trying to find out an antidote for them to turn human again, and we find out that antagonist is actually Steven's uncle. So Steven's uncle says, you know, if you want to protect your family, your friends, work with me. And Steven's like, alright. But he's kind of a double agent here because he's working with him, but he also trusts his Tomorrow People friends that he met in this episode. And then, of course, to get some backstory with his mom. She seems like a pretty caring mom, but she's working a lot, so she's not totally into his life, but obviously she cares about his mental state because everyone thinks he's crazy in this episode or in this series. And then he has one best friend who thinks he's crazy, trying to stick with him, struggling with it, but even in the end is like, this is my school life, these are my friends, and I show the Tomorrow People instead of her, so I don't really know where that friendship's gonna go, but I feel like that's something that will develop. Why mention her in the pilot if she's not gonna be a big part? Yeah, so I thought this was a really good pilot. You know, nothing like, oh my god, I love this show. But yeah, really good, interesting plots going on. You know, things I wouldn't really expect. They had interesting characters, and I think the main portion of what a pilot should do is get us interested in this main character, and I was totally interested in him. I think he's a very likable character, and I want to follow his story. And then, of course, the twist of the uncle, him working for the antagonist, I thought was very interesting. I didn't really expect it, so I thought that, you know, it feels like a different show now. One worry I have about the show, it could go into a formalistic type show where they're trying to find this Tomorrow People, they're trying to find this one, because there's tons of Tomorrow People in the world, and I'm afraid they're just going to search for them, and that'll be the only story. But I think with the pilot, it doesn't really seem like that's the direction they're going. I think there will be episodes where, like, oh, there's this Tomorrow People, but the story arc is going to develop as it goes on, and, you know, the main story arc, which will be these government people and Steven's uncle against the Tomorrow People. So I think that's the story arc we will be following, and of course we're going to have some other Tomorrow People. So I thought that was very interesting. I think it will work, and I thought it was just a good pilot. I thought it planted good seeds. Something I'm looking forward to. Hopefully they develop the family and friend relationship in high school. I really hope they develop that, because I think that'll just make Steven's, I guess, double identity more interesting, and in his humanistic identity, because I think the difference with Steven from the other Tomorrow People is that he wants to keep his human core. You know, everyone else just living in this, I guess, tunnel in New York City, and they have this hideout, and they don't really have a family, and I think the difference with Steven is that he wants to be kept human a little, so I think that something that will ground him in the show is the family in high school, and I think with these type of shows, sometimes they could go off and just be so supernatural that they forget that grounding element, and I really hope they don't. Especially with the writer of Vampire Diaries, Julie Fleck. She loves to forget about high school and those grounding moments sometimes. But she usually does ground it with family and friends, so I'm hoping we get to see that here also. And I hope that the best friend does find out that he's a Tomorrow People, because he tried telling her, but she didn't believe it. So I want to see that friendship develop, and I think it could be interesting to have that best friend sidekick. So I think it would make the show have a little bit more elements to it. So I say tell the best friend and make her a sidekick, because I think this type of show will work with that. So it's interesting to also see his other friends who kind of gave up on him, so I'm excited to see maybe they'll come back and say, hey, you know, seems like you're normal now, so let's be friends, you know. So I'm excited for that. And of course the high school is probably going to have other Tomorrow people too, so that could be an interesting story for the future. So again, grounded elements, but I thought it was a very good pilot. Nothing that says, oh, this is my favorite show, but just very good plot points that surprised me and made me interested. And I like the main character, which is very important. I really like the main character. So watch it. Definitely give it a try. I'm going to be watching it for a couple more episodes. I know I'll keep watching it because I thought it was a pretty good show. Really don't have many complaints about it, except there is just no, oh my god, I need to watch it, you know, right now. You know, there's no grabbing moment, but just a very interesting pilot. So yeah, Arrow, Tomorrow People, I'll be watching every Wednesday. Tell me if you liked it. Did you watch it because it was after Arrow? Did you enjoy it? Do you think you will like it? I'll be watching it. And please tell me in the comments below, do you want me to review Tomorrow People? Because I will. I'll review Tomorrow People right after Arrow because I'm watching both of them anyways. So please tell me in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and their rant situations. And don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.